Welcome to the second part of my Community of Practice video. In this video, I will address and explain the possible solutions to address my problem of practice, as well as the fit of these solutions, the solution selected, the theoretical models used for change, communicating the need for change, and how not only to get buy-in with faculty and staff members, but how to model the need to support international teachers at TIS and make the support a part of our cultural norms and the way we do things at TIS. You can't see my air quotes when I say the way we do things, but trust me, they are there. Throughout the process of writing my OIP and doing a gap analysis in terms of critiquing my problem of practice, what we are already doing as a school and what we are currently not doing as a school, I chose 4 possible solutions that could help address the question of how to create the type of positive organizational culture where international teachers can thrive. These possible solutions were creating a system of support and identifying at-risk teachers, creating and implementing question stems to be used during the candidate interview process, implementing a formal exit interview with superintendent, director, associate principals, or human resources, and 4, reconfiguring teacher incentives. Because of the nature of my problem of practice and my desire to implement a solution that is both adaptive in nature and would be complementary to what is already being done by our Human Resources Department in terms of the in-depth onboarding and offboarding new teacher orientation process that all new international teachers at TIS receive, I chose to build from 3 of the 4 solutions in order to create one overall solution that would act as a staging process for one another. The choice to do this was made from my understanding and knowledge that new international teachers at TIS would be supported pre-arrival during the candidate interview process as new arrivers to the school, upon arrival and throughout their tenure at TIS as arrivers and stayers in the school and community, and then pre-departure as leavers from the school. The solution selected for implementation in my OIP is to create a system of shared support for new international teachers that extends from the candidate interview process to the exit interview. In order to give my viewers an example of what this support system could look like, the following slide has been dedicated to providing some examples of how these new teacher supports could be put into place. Because all new international teachers at TIS will have varying needs and will require different levels of support, this program will be flexible and human in nature in order to capture what individual people need to thrive. Having finalized and defined the solution, communicating the need for this change becomes imperative. Kotter's 8-step change model was chosen for this OIP because of the natural fit it has with the international school. Kotter's 8-step change model was chosen because it aligns with what our leadership team at TIS already practices. It is modeled with our middle school innovation teams, committees, and task forces, and it is communicated by the school superintendent. In using Kotter's 8-step change model, communicating the need for change will be broken down into 4 subgroups. This includes formal leaders at TIS, informal leaders at TIS, middle school faculty, and all school faculty. As an emergent leader, I have broken down communication this way in order to align with the dual operating system that TIS operates from. Kotter explains this to mean that while there is still a pyramid structure in place in terms of the board, the school director, the principals, and the associate principals, there are also numerous innovation teams, task forces, and committees working alongside them to make change happen. As an emergent leader, I have also chosen to break down communication in this way to gather input, approval, and support, as well as to draw from my personal influence and relationships to build upon membership, to build buy-in, and to build upon passionate people who support this change. In his book, Safe Passage, How Mobility Affects People and What International Schools Should Do About It, Douglas Oda wrote, "Before starting a program, ask yourself, How far does our responsibility to educate and care go? How comfortable are we as a school talking about and helping people with their real feelings? How much do we really believe a person's emotional well-being is intimately tied to their performance, be it as a student, a teacher, an administrative or support member of staff, or as a parent? As a servant leader, I draw from my role as a counselor, my ability to inspire and lead, as well as my knowledge and understanding that as an international school, we become a family of people living away from home. With an emphasis on intrinsic motivation, teacher leadership and passion, as well as from drawing from individual strengths and interests, we will develop and create and sustain a community that cares.